Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about some storylines that could possibly be in The Walking Dead Destinies. So, this is an article by Game Rant, and so they came up with seven, different weird storylines that, they think people would like to see in the actual game or be an option that players can choose. And I'm just gonna let you know right now they're really bad, most of them. But let's definitely take a look at them. So I'm not gonna read every single one too. By the way, I'm gonna you know take it easy. But all right. So the first one we have here is Rick answers the radio to Morgan. So yeah, I just made a Morgan video, and there's a few reasons why this could work and why this wouldn't work. So, obviously, when Morgan finally answered Rick, it was when he was desperate over the loss of his son, and Morgan didn't answer because he was busy trying to kill, the mother of his child, and he went through this hard process. He was in the dark for a bit, but then, when all hope was lost, Morgan tried to get Rick's attention. Like, he kept calling him on the radio, but, Rick didn't answer Morgan. So, the thing is, I don't. There's two ways to this, because it's like Morgan's already, a wobbly character at this point. Like, Morgan's been through a lot. Like, the mother of his child ate his son. So that's a very traumatic experience. And then again, maybe if Rick caught it sooner and was like, Morgan, listen, I know that's horrific, but you need to stay alive. There's a purpose. I got you. Come on, just join my group. So, that it's a funny little thing, but I don't think they're going to make Morgan too much of a relevant character. Like I said, I think they're going to save him for a tutorial, or, something where we have like a side story where we go back to Atlanta. So yeah, I don't think that would work too well. Ed doesn't die by walkers, and Carol gets her own revenge. Ed, I actually forgot he existed, because Carol's such a badass now that it's hard to even think that this was a scenario in Carol's life, even though he died like episode 3 or 4. So yeah, this is unique, I guess. Like, maybe it'll bring Carol's badassery earlier. But we all know the moment she really became badass was Sophia. Like, Sophia dying, that kind of gave her, like, I don't care about nothing. I want to kill now. So maybe, possibly, like, if you get a chance to save Ed, but I don't really think people are saying, like, let's save Ed, let's save, Andrea's sister. I don't think that's a possible thing. But yeah, let's look at the next one. This is probably the most interesting one here. So Shane kills Randall and leaves the group with Andrea. So this can lead to so many things here. So obviously, Michonne picking up Andrea at the end of season 2, that led to them meeting the governor. So that could work this way too, but Shane is a different kind of guy. He's built different. So I don't think he would kind of fall into the thing with the governor. And, especially if Andrea's got a man already, she's going to listen to Shane. So another thing that's possible is that Shane meets up with Negan, and the scenario would be like if Andrea was taken hostage and Shane was forced to join Negan. And Negan would kind of see how badass Shane is, kind of like, how Dwight was. He could see potential in him. And, Shane can be his right-hand man. And, I know we've all seen that TikTok of, Negan, the RV gets opened and Negan comes out. But instead, it's Shane. That moment would be insane, a shocking moment. I would really love that, to be honest. So yeah, this would be a super cool thing, but the effects of it, like, wouldn't really last from like season 4. If you guys hear what I'm saying. But yeah, very interesting. This is another storyline. This is probably one of my favorite storylines in the series just because like it's so badass. Mika kills Lizzy. It's a possible thing to be honest. It's just like they have to add this into the game. Like you know, Carol's a playable character. You know, you'll have Tyrese, you'll have Lizzy, you'll have Mika, you'll have Judith. So yeah, I think they should definitely add this to the game. It's a very iconic moment. Everyone loves it. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if there'd be a choice for Mika to kill Lizzy. Maybe Carol makes the decision on who she kills. Maybe, you know, Lizzy could survive, but in a way, I think, you know, Lizzy kind of deserved what she got, you know? But yeah. Then we have neither Rick nor Shane die at the farm. So this is an interesting one, but at the same time, it was fleshed out that they weren't going to work as a team. Like, and then if you look at the trailer, Rick and Shane, they both, you know, it's either Shane or Rick. You know, you can't pick both of them. It's going to be like, you know, right side, left side kind of thing. So I don't think this is possible, especially since the whole plot and the story is around how they're both fighting and they can't work together because of, you know, the Trish Lori. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to work, to be honest. Of course, people would love Rick and Shane to be together because they're both iconic characters, badass, but they wouldn't really work, especially since Lori's there would make things weird. Then we got Andrea kills the governor. This one is very funny because, like, everyone wanted her to do this. And I don't think you can really make that decision just because, like, Andrea's not a playable character and she goes off on her own and stuff like that. But this would be a really cool thing because she'd be saving people like, you know, Herschel, Merle, our boy, you know, Axel too. She'd be saving a lot of people. But at the same time, if Governor can become a, you know, an ally, I don't think he's becoming an ally after killing Herschel. So, yeah, there's that. So, I think they mean like when Rick's giving his speech about it, them working together. That would probably be a change that you can make. Like you can have the governor join you instead of killing Herschel. But you know, someone else probably dies in the process. But yeah, I don't think this would work. Obviously, in the show, we would want this to happen, but in the game, I don't think you know this would be a plausible idea. This is probably the most retarded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that word, but this is probably the most stupidest number one because Rick never leaves the hospital or dies at the farm. We already seen Rick dying at the farm, so like, you know, because in the trailer they showed Rick turning into a walker. That's normal. You know, that's not that much of a shocking storyline. Like people are going to pick that one if they like Shane, but Rick never leaves the hospital would just be, you know, Shane leading the group. It would lead to a lot of people dying. It would just be Shane is the main character of The Walking Dead. That's what it would be. There's possibilities of Shane going to Atlanta with maybe Dale and someone else. With Daryl and Dale, that would be something going to save Glenn, T-Dog, and all of them. But at the same time, I feel like it's too like you're just saying like Rick not being the main character, and that's you know everyone loves Rick. So I mean, people can go with Shane, that's fine. But, you know, in my opinion, I feel like if you go with Rick, change Rick's story up to where you wanted it to be, that would be a very cool way of playing the game there. But yeah, this is the list of you know, stuff in The Walking Dead that Game Rant would want, like decisions they'd like you to make. For me to be honest, like the changes that I would make, like our boy Herschel, certain characters like that dying, I don't want them to die. I'm most excited for season 5 of this game, if I'm being honest, because season 5 is my favorite season. So the decisions and the amount of characters and everything you can do, it's just gonna be amazing. So yeah, comment down below like what changes would you like to see, like what storylines and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do here. So as always guys, it's been SJ Benj. Peace.